Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Johnson, Boris Blank.
Do you find the process has changed very much? I mean, obviously it's more physical when you're making up loops and everything, but creatively, do you find that you're able to express your ideas faster now because you've probably got a large sound library, very well organised and ready to go? Or do you think that that's possibly inhibited creativity in some ways, that you're maybe less spontaneous than when you were chopping up tape and experiment?
I think this is a matter of experience, and also after like 35 years you get some, how should I say, you know which architecture within electronic or within electronic music software sticks which you like to work with. And I know exactly what I can say in a few minutes. So this plugin or whatever, this virtual synthesizer is not my cup of tea. So, but you're right. It's very difficult or very dangerous to just use presets, and then you immediately, like with a garage band, you can make easy at home your own song. But I think it is very important. Very important that you find your own sound which you like, and just follow your good taste, hopefully.
No, you're quite right. So let's, on a typical, do you spend many days in the studio? Or it's like every day you're in there? Day, so you may have the weekend off for your family if they're lucky, and then you get back in on Monday. So let's talk about a typical Monday morning. Just say there's no specific project, but you're going in. But take us through your typical Monday morning from when you first get up. Are you an early riser? Sort of 6 in the morning?
Yeah, as older I get, the earlier I wake up, of course, and I'm not drinking that much alcohol anymore, so I even stopped drinking alcohol. So I get up like 6:30. My child is 17, so she's going to school. It looks very bad if the daddy still is hanging in bed and said, bye, yeah, see you tonight, you know. And then I have my tea, my croissant, and left the house and go to the studio and just start working there.
And if you have, say you switch all the equipment off, if there's just a blank canvas, or we'll say a blank computer screen, what is the process of creating a new piece of music?
This depends. Sometimes I, of course, have an idea of a certain rhythm, tempo, of course, start with a bass line, a basic track, and then I usually, or unusually, I'm working like a painter more than a musician, start mixing up some colors, which in my case are some folders which are full of fragments or patterns which I prepare years, days, weeks before, and all these folders has a name, and I have a very good, so to say, photographic memory, which I know exactly in which folder, which kind of a mood, which kind of an up-tempo rhythm, fragments, or even a sound sticks, like a squirrel hiding or digging their nuts for winter. I just dig them out and say, oh wow, this is exactly, and if it doesn't work, I go to the next one. So I have hundreds, thousands of folders and
so you're very well organised in your virtual world.
And then I, when the basic, this is very important, when if the basic track is existing and takes some form and a kind of a structure, then I start add some, like a patchwork, here this color, here this, and at the end sometimes it surprises myself what's coming up. And at the end I have kind of a whole soundscape or a sound picture.
And are you quite a fast worker, would you say?
I wouldn't say I'm a fast worker, you know, like the first step, creating a track of music from scratch, this is always kind of a magic thing, as you would say, magic thing. And you know, when a track is kind of has its form and has its kind of almost finished structure, then the real hard work starts, because this takes time, and this is not the work which I like to do most, because this takes time to kind of separate all these frequencies.
So you're talking about the mixing stage?
The mixing
really?
stage,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
because I'm a freak in kind of, or a perfectionist,
Yeah.
to have a real transparency in sound. I think it's worth that you can step into as a listener, that you can step into this dimension,
Yes.
not getting just a wall of sounds, and
Yes.
after a few minutes your nerve costume is anyhow overheated, whatever. So I think it's very important that people can step into my music.
And you engineer it. You engineer the mixing yourself, or do you ever bring in other engineers? to
No,
mix?
I do this all myself.
So you do it all yourself.
Yeah.
And so that's the period that really takes the time, would you
Absolutely,
say? And
yeah.
it's the thing you enjoy least, the mixing.
Yeah, but this is really, as I say, this is the point of a working process, which is kind of, it's like when you do, if you pay your taxes at the end of the year, you have to go to your, and bring all the figures, and this is nothing really that much of fantasy.
And
kind of.
do you find it easy to let a track go, to stop at the right point? Do you know when it's finished, or do you sometimes carry on overworking and then lose your way on it because of the perfectionism?
I learned a lot in the last 35 years in this case, because at the beginning people say, you know, this is like your music I like a lot, Boris, but it's almost like a Christmas tree. You have there a little bit, here some lamps, some bells here, and then this angel whatever dust around the Christmas tree. It's overloaded. And of course, it was a good thing, because today I can recycle all this stuff, taking out these bells, this, what do you call this, Christmas balls, this Christmas,
Christmas
whatever,
ball,
yeah, taking out
balls.
and recycle this, and this is kind of a big treasure for me, going back and recycle all those old sounds.